Hello, good afternoon to you, and welcome to today's edition of Hard Facts, originally live from your number one talk news and sports radio, 90.3 Nigeria Info and here in Port Harcourt. I'm Dio. Anyways, yeah. So once again, thanks for joining in. A few matters we're going to be discussing on the show today, and we'll be getting to them in a moment. Side comments in a bit, yes, and well, something comes up after today's side comment. I'll tell you about that in a moment. Or pardon me. Tell you about that in a moment. And then we have other discussions between 4 and 5, 4 p.m. today. Of course, business news as always. And Canvas the Niger Delta Roundup comes up afterwards, where we're discussing the progressive development of the Niger Delta region. Of course, a reminder that Canvas is brought to you by SPDC. Now, today on the show, we're discussing access to finance for entrepreneurship development in the Niger Delta. That's access to finance for entrepreneurship development in the Niger Delta. My guest on the show to discuss that is Dr. Mrs. Helen Orishe Jaffo. Multi-talented business industrialist, also chairperson of Eagle Flight Microfinance Bank and MD CEO of Africa Broadcasting Network. Should be my guest for that conversation in the 4 o'clock hour. Do join us for that. That takes us till 5 p.m. We've got the news update at 5 o'clock, of course, and 6 p.m. we're discussing a different matter. And that concerns the Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed. Of course, he said something I imagine a lot of people find interesting. Premium Times captures it this way: FG replies PDP, kidnapping, banditry, not federal offence. So the question does arise then, who can prosecute kidnapping or banditry? But a quick look at that story, or some part of it, from the Premium Times. They berated the opposition People's Democratic Party. Lai Mohammed at a media briefing in Abuja said it was shocking that PDP ruled the nation for 16 years, yet ignorant legal structure. Mr. Mohammed was responding to an allegation by the opposition party that kidnappers and bandits were not being brought to book by the federal government. Quote, the kidnappers and bandits are not being brought to book to justice. This is apparently aimed at the federal government. The PDP should therefore call out the states, including those being controlled by it, to ensure prosecution of arrested kidnappers and bandits. Meanwhile, PDP conveniently forgot that as far as terrorism, a federal offence is concerned, this federal government has successfully prosecuted thousands of Boko Haram members in Kainji as part of a continuing exercise. We are now seeking the cooperation of the judiciary to continue with the trial of arrested terrorists. All right, so whose responsibility is it to prosecute kidnapping and banditry? As the minister is suggesting, it's not the federal government's job. Well, Barrister Richard Wokocha joins me for that conversation in the 5 o'clock hour. All right, so pretty much that's it today. After major news, open season comes up, during which if you missed out on any matter discussed, I'll take your thoughts at that time. So we start the ball rolling with today's side comment. Once again, random stories and random thoughts caught my attention. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, says the NBA Forex Capital Trading Company was never registered under the commission. Speaking in an interview with Newsman Importation, which has grossly negatively affected a lot of individuals.
Sure. Let me make it very clear. The Securities and Exchange Commission did not endorse any scheme that has crashed in Nigeria today. I can tell you facts that any scheme who claimed to be registered with the SEC were lying. They went around showing people fake registration documents. We actually have the schemes listed on our website as Ponzi schemes. Just go to the SEC website and check under the heading Illegal Capital Market Operators, and you will see the list of Ponzi schemes that we have put up there. So now it is a situation of buyer beware. Like I said, it is the responsibility of every investor to do their due diligence on whether or not these schemes are actually registered as they claim to be.
All right. So, you know, they say don't cry over spilled milk. I guess it might still be okay for some or even many to cry regarding their losses with NBA. But going forward, I hope they get their money back, as unlikely as that might seem. But going forward, do check. And usually if it's too good to be true, it just might be that it is too good to be true, you know. And you promise all kinds of profits and returns and investment and all of that. Just, you know, don't just rush headlong into it. Seek professional advice. Check to see if they're registered. These things matter because Ponzi schemes, one classic characteristic of Ponzi schemes is that they eventually crash. They eventually fall apart. All right? So don't be a victim. It's sad that many persons have been victims, have remained victims, maybe unfortunately will continue to be victims. We had the MMM. We've had all kinds of schemes come and go, but folks are somehow still dive headlong into all of these schemes, left, right, center. So don't be one of them. Be smart. Public health physician Dr. B.A. Briggs says the lingering suit situation in the state is responsible for more children and residents coming down with respiratory health-related issues. Speaking in an interview on the sidelines of the World Asthma Day, Dr. Briggs said Rivers residents have been left to their fate. And I think I totally agree with Dr. Briggs in this. It appears that Rivers residents have been left to their faith to pray to God and leave it in the hands of God as far as the suit situation is concerned. Because I don't know that I can see anything that the Rivers State government is doing about it.
All victims of the suit in Rivers State have been left to their own fate, including asthmatic patients, that the rate of respiratory infections have spiked over the years, especially for children under the age of 5. I have seen patients who have no real history of bronchial asthma coming down with asthmatic attacks, and those with history of asthma having increased frequency of attacks. The port of entry of the soot into the body is through the nostrils into the lungs, from where it enters the bloodstream. This we strongly suspect is the main reason for the surge in respiratory infections in Rivers State.
And like the doc said, and I once again tend to agree with him, you know, it doesn't appear that the Rivers State government is in any way concerned about doing anything tangible. Not my words, tangible, because some things have been done. Yes, they've organized events, they've press conference. You know, press conference is very important when it comes to governance in Nigeria. You have to organize press conference and say something. Then you must have a team of experts or people who claim to be experts, you know, flanking you left and right and something. This administration with the honorable kindness permission of His Excellency. His Excellency is heaven sent. His Excellency. Oh, His Excellency. You see, this government has we have done research. His Excellency commissioned research. We've made findings regarding the suit. His Excellency is very aware and concerned about the suit in Rivers State in Port Harcourt. We are not unaware of the health implications and consequences. His Excellency is constantly being briefed about this matter, and be rest assured, His Excellency, is His Excellency. You know, so I think that's about it. I think that's about the best that the government has done about suits. I think so, if you ask me. All right, so is that going to be it for side comments? Today's side comment. I think that might be it for today's side comment. But not before I think think I need to remind the CP of Rivers State, the versatile CP, Eboka Friday, the good people of Rivers State, the GPRS are still waiting for the result of the investigation into the crackheads, the police crackheads that extorted, allegedly stole from Uniport's undergrad students, undergrads, yeah, and forgot their phone, forgot the phone. So we heard they were expecting bank statement. Has a bank statement landed? We would like to know what the result of this investigation is. We're still waiting. CP Eboka Friday, still waiting. And also, what's the other matter? Oh yeah, in my capacity as a self-appointed senior special advisor to His Excellency on reminding the governor of critical matters. Your Excellency, we need to leave. They don't have windows, they don't have bathrooms, no toilets, no water, no power, nothingness. And we claim that they are getting an education. No, they are not, Your Excellency. No, they're not. Let's do something about this. 10,000 teachers at least are needed, 4,000 non-teaching staff. We need infrastructure revamping in our education. It's the best legacy. It is our future. So we can raise people who will be responsible and build the state and this nation forward, enough with raising ballot box snatchers and cultists. Education will help us greatly change that narrative of growing people who are only loyal, who are cultists, and who will receive amnesty tomorrow. No, let's do something about education. The best legacy once again. And whilst flyovers can take us from GRA Junction to water lines maybe a minute or two faster, education will take us to a future where all these flyovers are inevitably eventually going to be demolished because they will not be needed. On that note, I think that's it for side comments. So let's move on right now. Let's move on. I apologize for disappointing if you feel disappointed by that, but there will be no rant today, and there'll be no rant for some time to come as well. And here's the reason: until the abducted Greenfield University students are released, there will be no rant on my show, because we have to keep talking about them. We have to keep remembering it. We have to keep it on the front burner. We will keep talking about it every day, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Whatever the update is on the situation, we'll keep talking about it until hopefully very soon, they will be released. So that's the situation with that. Yeah. So here's some update. CBN should pay 100 million naira Greenfield students ransom before it's too late. You know who's saying that? It's Gumi. Yeah. Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi on Tuesday urged the government not to take the threat by the kidnappers of students of Greenfield University, Kaduna lightly. Gumi said this in an interview with The Punch and said the Central Bank of Nigeria should pay the 100 million naira ransom being demanded by the kidnappers of the students. He made the call as the parents of one of the abductees lamented that the kidnappers were insisting on a ransom of 100 million naira. The parents who spoke to a correspondent in Kaduna lamented that the bandits were still insisting on the demands and threatening to kill the students. No fewer than 23 students and a member of staff of the university were abducted from the school on April 20, 2021. April 20, that makes it at least is it 15, 16 days now, I think. 5 days later, 5 of the students were killed by the bandits. And on Monday, one of the bandits, Sandy Jalingo, in an interview with the Hausa service of the Voice of America, demanded 100 million naira and 10 motorcycles for the students to be freed. He threatened the failure of the Kaduna state government or families of the students to meet the demands by Tuesday, which was yesterday, would lead to the killing of the abductees. Well, Gumi spoke on Tuesday during a program of the African of AIT, and he said he needed the support of the federal government to rescue the students. when asked the number of the students of Greenfield University and the Federal College of Forestry. He said, as for the forestry students, we've been trying to see whether we can get some of the headsmen contact so that they can release these people. We've also been trying our best, but you know we have limitations. There are lots of obstacles on the way, but the parents have been really consulting with us. So until the students of Greenfield University and the Federal College of Forestry who've been abducted are released by these criminal terrorist elements, there will be no round on the show. So once again, between 3 and 4 p.m., we will simply discuss whatever updates there are on the subject matter. But I must go on a quick break right now. When I return, we get on with the conversation. Do please stay tuned.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers.
Here in Port Harcourt, I'm Di. It's 3:30 p.m. Thanks for staying tuned. And as I mentioned earlier on, before I went on the break, until the students of the abducted students of Greenfield University and the Federal College of Forestry, as well, Federal College of Forestry Mechanization in Kaduna, are released, there will be no round on my show. We'll keep to discuss whatever updates that there are, every day till they are released, hopefully very soon. And I gave what I consider to be an update on the matter just a while ago. Once again, story from the Punch newspaper. CBN should pay 100 million Greenfield students ransom before it's too late. That's from Gumi. My lines are open right now. I'd like to get your take on this. 0817 93 0002 or 0003. 0817 93 007 or 0009. We are live on Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. Also live on Facebook, facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. Hello. I'd like to welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, go ahead.
Reginald on the line. Yes. For me, in as much as I will not support the issue of paying ransom to bandits or criminals, but in this case now, asking CBN to pay 100 million naira for their release, I don't know how it will look like, but for me, I would say that if we are to negotiate, let the state government negotiate, because it's going to be another issue now. If CBN or federal government should pay this thing now, whatever issue that concerning payment of ransom now from any of the states or any of the political zones, you also be channeled at the CBN.
All right. 913, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Reginald from Owerri.
Go ahead.
I want you to connect this, please. Connect the fact that Lai Mohammed is saying that whatever has to do with banditry and kidnapping is no longer the affair of the federal government, but the state. And the state governors are lamenting that we are answering chief security officers by mere pronouncement. We do not command the army, and we don't command the police. And as a matter of fact, Kaduna State Governor has come out clearly to say, I will not pay a dime. Can you now see that the Nigerian people are now left at the mercy of I don't know whatever, because you can't even defend yourself. There's no guarantee you to defend ourselves. If you carry anything to defend yourself, you'll be arrested. And you see where we are now, that we do not have anybody again as the government or anything.
But I mean, I understand the situation is dire, but I find it hard to believe that government is not in any way doing something to secure the release of the students. The government must be doing that. Maybe communicating with the kidnapper somewhere or another.
That's what I'm saying. Now, if we have somebody who has come out as a mediator, who knows where they are, keep talking, and even tell him that the government to pay, that means he's aware of the magnitude of it and what their threat can come about. And up to now, we cannot question him and say, how do we solve this problem? Now, my question is this: does Nigeria really want to solve this issue of banditry and because as long as I got that this is terrorism, are they really fighting this terrorism, or they want these people to just take over the people and kill everybody at will? I want you to think about this clearly, because if you say you stop ransom, then how do we continue to know what is happening? Because the ransom is not for them; it is for us, all of us. Your ransom
You don't. It's not about them. My decision to stop the rant till they're rescued is not about government. No, it's about the students. So we keep talking about.
Do you know that they want you to stop your rant today and tomorrow? Are you not aware?
Reginald.
And honorable, first thing in their mind is for Dayo to stop this rant.
Reginald, the decision to suspend, it's not stopping. The decision to suspend the rant is not up for discussion. It will be great to hear from you there. And I've explained it before. The whole point is so that we can keep the situation of the abducted students on the front burner, so we can keep discussing it every single day. So I'm simply dedicating the first hour of the show to those students to ensure we keep discussing them and we don't forget, because it's easy for us to just move on to something else and wait for something to start trending on Twitter or on social media about the students, and we get back to it again. No, we're going to keep this one on the front burner, keep talking about it every day between 3 and 4 p.m. until they're released. Hello, you're welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Well, it is so pathetic that there are some people in this country that you dare not even arrest. Somebody like Sheikh Gumi is one of them. Somebody that can come out and tell you, Adedayo, if I want to use Nigeria as a family, and you and I are sons of that father, the family. Yeah. Something is going on, and I can come out and look straight to, maybe in the morning prayer, we are sitting on the dining and we just finish our devotion. And I looked straight at everybody in the face and I said, see that dog that was stolen, this is what will happen if that dog, to come back to this house, this is what will happen. And I'm looking at everybody on the dining table. I look at mommy, I look at you, I look at daddy, and I'm making this statement. Mr. Dayo, if you are my elder brother, as an African brought-up family, what will you do for me? Nobody can touch Sheikh Gumi. That is what is happening now, and it's so pathetic.
But how is Sheikh Gumi connected to the abducted students?
Just told us, just to CBN to bring out the money.
But the parents, hold on. But the parents also are telling government to pay the ransom. So how is what Sheikh Gumi has said different from the comments of the parents and even many other Nigerians for that matter?
The thing is somebody is speaking and nobody is asking questions. Nobody there asks questions. That is the most caring thing now. It's the most caring thing now. So Dayo, if you suspend your rent, so you know suspend them, but what will happen will still happen. Please continue your good work. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello.
Hello, Dayo. Good evening.
All right, go ahead. Hello?
Good evening, Dayo.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
I am Briggs, Benson Briggs.
Go on.
Coming from Elago. Just like yesterday, I think paying the ransom, I will support it because the situation this time is a very uncommon one. you cannot run away from it. But my other concern is, if these people who are kidnapping these children have a means to communicate, even with the Voice of America, discussing, which means they are not spirits. There are people that can be discussed with, and government, as a government that is concerned about the security of the people, must also have the of finding out where these people are and push them out. So the issue is, I think nobody is really serious about bringing this bandit issue to an end. If not, people communicate with them. They speak with international radio stations. The leaders in the community, in our country, to bring these boys out from where they are.
Well, once again, I think that's a very unlikely situation that nobody's doing anything. It's quite unlikely. But I do also comprehend that, I mean, it does raise some concern that these persons are able to communicate the way they are, even grant interviews, or at least one interview to a radio station, and we can't, I don't know, find some way to resolve the crisis, resolve the impact. But it might also be as a result of concern for the safety of the students, even if not exact location, but you know, have a good idea where they are, you know. But maybe a commando-style full frontal attack may not be in the interest of the student in terms of ensuring that there are no casualties, I suppose. Hello? Hello? Good afternoon, you're welcome.
I'll come out to say I don't know you. No, nobody will say that kind of thing. They should start from him. Then we can now know. If let them buy the traffic, something like this in there to track those people. When I used to ride Okada in this Port, I have a track on my motorcycle. Anywhere you take the motorcycle to. So that's what they will do. Go and they meet something, cycle, give to them. Put a tracker on that motorcycle. Very soon, within 1 month. So even if they see the motorcycle children.
All right, great to hear from you. Hello, Hard Fox 90.3. Hello?
Hello? Hello? Tayo.
Hi. Good evening.
The situation we found ourselves into is, that's what they say in my place, when you have a boil at the scrotum, it's a very difficult issue to tackle. You want to press the boil, you'll be in pain. And if the boil, you also be in pain. Of course, where we find ourselves is as a result of overtime failure of government. I know we want to pretend and say maybe we want to pretend like developed nations, and when America is telling you we don't negotiate with terrorists. When they tell you we don't negotiate with terrorists, because they believe, I have to be very honest. Why I'm saying it's difficult is, once you pay this 100 million, that industry becomes a startup venture. It will become a startup venture, a massive $1 million startup venture. It's not even a startup venture that is growing small. Because everybody say, oh, this is where the money is. People will just go somewhere, back to them, and negotiate. And why I feel that we cannot have the situation is something we cannot stop. Radio is who are calling don't have the information. What do I mean by information? We don't have the security information. Some information that is available to the president, the national security advisor, whatever, the government that we don't have. You understand? So we are just here. We are looking at it from the parent side of view. We don't. There are so many things that we cannot say.
Obviously.
As a normal person, if it were to be any of my siblings, I would say the government should pay the 100 million. Of course, from this. But we already know that once it starts, it will be difficult to stop. So it still boils down to the failure of government in the first place to protect citizens, to make the nation safe. It's sad. It's sad. My only sadness is that innocent students, their only crime was just to go to school and acquire knowledge, and they are now in the hands of terrorists.
And who knows what condition in which they are in now, especially as the kidnappers are saying that they're going to kill them. The deadline was for yesterday. Not sure what's happened since yesterday till now. There's been no word, no information from the federal government, no word from, no word from government sources on what exactly is going on. What is the state of the students? Are they still alive? Hopefully they are. Hopefully they are. What efforts or steps are being taken to secure the release? You know, it's just a deafening silence at this time. A deafening silence. Via Facebook, Magzik goes, CBN should pay 100 million naira to free these students. It's the normal business channel. If money is paid, often either via bank or contact, they don't know this element. But the politicians know what they're doing. What exactly are they doing? Remember, we're live on Twitter and Facebook at Nigeria Info PH and via those platforms as well. Banning from these terrorist and so-called banditry groups in the north, and the leaders in government cannot take out the group since their location is known. They should contact some special agents to do the math. At Elite Solomon 01 tweet, they should pay that money. It's not even half of what they loot from this country. Chidi_Everly Twitter, how did we even get here? They always still have people who collect salaries in this country, all in the name of doing security jobs. They will still have DSS. Horrible and unimaginable things happening in my country. Very sad. At Jeff Anfield tweeted, Sheikh Gumi is cashing out on Nigerian leaders' insensitivity, and I strongly despise it. Since he knows where these guys are, then he should lead the military to the rescue of those students. Thanks. Yeah, once again, even if they do get their location, you know, what do you expect? What do you want to be done? Just going guns blazing, you know, bullets flying, you know, bombs, grenades going off. But the essence is to secure the release of the students. Such an action might, I'm not saying it will, but such an action might endanger their lives, which I do imagine nobody wants to happen. I don't think any of us want to hear that any of the students, you know, has lost their life. I'll get to WhatsApp shortly. Back to the phone lines now. Hello, Frank, welcome.
Hello.
Hi, go ahead.
Yeah, I am Michael. I'm calling you from Ogunabale.
Go on, Michael.
So, Dayo, the Sheikh Gumi is playing Nigeria for a fool, and he's doing this with the federal government.
How so?
You know, here's the thing. We have been paying ransom to release people, and Sheikh Gumi has been interfacing with these terrorists who terrorize Nigeria, calling CBN to pay this money. Why? When you pay this money, sentiment, let's release a couple of girls. But before these girls, or a couple of students, before these people were captured, was there no collateral damage in the abduction? 5 people have already been killed.
Yeah.
So you give these people 100 million today. When that one runs out, back and take another group, which is what has happened. This is not the first kidnapping. This is not the first interface. Sheikh Gumi, the spokesman and the interfacer with the terrorists.
Spokesman? The spokesman?
He has done more than this. Hello?
Well, you said the spokesman. Is he the spokesman?
At the moment, we get only information from him. The information, anytime I hear about adoption and people, anything going wrong in Nigeria, I hear Sheikh Gumi. So he's like a spokesman for them. In my opinion, they interface with him and he gives us information. He knows where they are. They schedule meeting with him and he gives Nigerians information. Sheikh Gumi has no mandate from the Nigerian people to do anything for us. He was not appointed by anybody. There is no commission that he is heading. Sheikh Gumi is a private citizen. Why is Sheikh Gumi in the spotlight of this storm? So we give 100 million today. Tomorrow, they come for another 100 million. But before they come for this other 100 million, remember, there will be collateral damage. Lives will be lost. A couple of people will be kidnapped. Ransom will be paid. Another day, they will come again. collateral damage. Some lives will be lost along the road, and they will kidnap and kill some to tell you how serious. If you say that this particular life that is being held by these people is far matters more than the life that will be lost in the near closest future, then you are very, very wrong. I think it is high time we starve these people of money. Money buys them what they need.
So what happens to the students then?
At the moment, they should hold the students. They're prisoners.
But they say they killed 5 already, and you don't think if they killed 5 they can kill another 5 or even kill the rest of them?
Okay, Dayo, I understand your sentiment, but if we give them 100 million today,
no, I'm not suggesting that we give them 100 million. What I'm saying is, if they killed 5, you don't think they can kill another 5 or all of them?
My concern is not the lives of the people that they are having now. My concern is the life of the people that will adopt tomorrow.
So you're saying that so you're saying we should sacrifice these students?
I'm not saying sacrifice.
Okay, what other word can be used to replace sacrifice here? Hello? Hello? Are you still there? I guess not. 913?
Yes. I want to have my voice on this discussion.
Go ahead.
Yes. I think the best way of going around this issue is not by giving these people money, per se. Because giving money like this has continued to grow this business. You know, there is no job. That is why we're having all this. When people were being employed, there was less security issues. And why we're having this now is because from the world level to Asuro, no employment. You must be a politician for you to survive. All the monies we have in the system is with the politicians. And they know these boys from the world level to Asuro. They know them. They put them. This government is being installed by criminals. So they know how to offend them. Because tell me how you will pay somebody 100 million today, and tomorrow another group will not come up. Whether it is their way of raising people now, of getting employment. The only place you apply for work, and I work today is in this banditry, kidnapping, and what you have.
So are you sure these kidnappers? Are you sure that these kidnappers? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Sorry. Great to hear from you there. Hello, fact. 913.
Yeah, Daniel. Good afternoon.
Hi. Go ahead.
I thank you for reaching you. I like the question you were asking the last caller before the line went off. You should have changed the word. You see, at times when people talk, they talk as if they have all the knowledge in the world. I would have suggested those who say that Nigeria should not pay ransom to bring their own children to exchange with these people so that we will not pay ransom for those children they exchange. What kind of thing? Is it from these students we are going to apply all our experiments on earth? The government should get money. It's not talking about the space plan, so billion, corruption, this and that. This is the time to spend the money.
Spend it.
Of course. The reason is that if they have done their job very well, they should have known where these kidnappers or bandits are. We have the technology.
Can I ask you this? Can I ask you this question? Are you confident? Are you absolutely certain that we will not have another kidnapping situation of a large number of persons?
It's a very good question, Dayo. Look, Dayo,
yeah.
We are going to have more unless we are going to put our gear into order.
So we keep paying every group that comes along.
When we want to stop it, because life is no precious. You see, these people we are just playing with their life. We don't know what they will do in the future. There may be even one of us talking about the fate of others, but they are there in captive, and somebody is saying, leave it for what? They have killed already 5. If it is your own child, will you be happy? They have killed 5. You see, look, let me tell you what the government should do.
Yeah.
The government before now supposed to have employed experts with technology to figure out where these people are. It is not about Gumi. Gumi is just a messenger, even though he has his own band and limit. You understand? You see, but for somebody to say, Gumi, hello.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, for somebody to say Gumi is part of the terrorists, this and that, I don't quite agree. I'm not from the north. I'm from the east here. Gumi is just a messenger. Do you know that before Gumi, there is one other person in the past who is even playing the same role of what Gumi is playing, telling government that they know where Boko Haram is and their demand. Government still refuse. Okay, see that Adedayo, the northern governor, are playing. They can kidnap 300 students in Kankara. You know that the mastermind of that kidnap. You know that they set him free. What they did was to give him to swear Quran that he will not be kidnapping again. Quran was given your constitution. Then the man, after swearing Quran, few days, he went again to Russell cattle to get not cattle from
that's too much that I can take. Sorry, I do have to move on. Via Facebook, God's Time Elemua goes, something is not right at all. Why is it that the federal government has not invited this man called Gumi for questioning? With all the statements he's been making, it's clear that the man is working with the bandits in Boko Haram, but nobody is ready to ask him questions or even arrest him. Moses and on Facebook goes, Nigeria is helpless at this juncture. Drop your pride and seek for assistance to hand over to military before the country collapses. All right, and via WhatsApp, I think there was a comment I was going to read here. Di, good afternoon. Don't we have DSS any longer in this country? They should combine efforts together with the military, deploy spy drones into that forest, but they establish contact with these people. Very simple to track. Believe me, they will fish those heartless criminals out. Calvin Okonwa sent that in. All right, to have to give way shortly for the business news. But like I mentioned a while ago, and that decision once again is not subject of debate or for debate. I will be suspending the rounds on my show until the students are released. There will be no rounds again, and hopefully that will not be for a long time until the Greenfield students are released, and also until the students of the Federal College of Forestry Mechanization in Kaduna are also released as well. Stay with us. We got a business news coming up shortly. After that, Canvas and Adedayo Roundtable. Be right back in a bit.